Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is Lily to Tarot, and you got Be Insightful and Established. This is a collective reading for the new moon in Scorpio and the solar eclipse, which is all about change, as I'm sure everybody knows, and especially with the Scorpio, that is changing on the inside and letting go of things. It's similar to the Death card, letting go, letting rebirth happen, which new moon happens to be a lot about, and solar eclipses too. They bring on usually a traumatic change, a very fiery change, but change nonetheless. So be insightful and establish. This is about grounding your energy, re-energizing, and it's a good time to get back out into nature, to reground yourself. It's a good time to really stay in the now, is the point of the grounding, because once again, change is everything right now for everybody, and being grounded is important so you can deal with those situations. I see that taking time for yourself and sitting with yourself and letting yourself reground by even like sticking your feet in the dirt or something, or just feeling the earth with you, and meditate for a second. Imagine the roots coming up and grabbing you. It's a good time to be in the now, is what I'm saying. Don't be in the future. Don't be in the past. Be in the now. Okay, let's get some cards on that. So, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Tarot. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for your messages. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for Tarot for Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for Pisces, please. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. Tell me what Pisces needs to know. Give me a past card. Give me a past card. There we go. Okay, releasing yourself. That's good. I'm glad you got the Hangman in reverse. He's about self-sacrifice, but also being kind of stuck in a situation that you have to let everything around you just go, because you don't have any control. But in the reverse, that would tell me you're not so stuck, and that's good. Maybe that's why you're freaking out about the right now. Okay. So for present, you have the Sun card, World in reverse, and Queen of Swords in reverse. So from knowing that you kind of unstuck yourself, I feel like with the World card and the Sun card can be a lot about illumination. So you see all the flowers blooming around her. It's like, oh, a realization, right? There's something new. But I feel like your thought right now is, I don't want to be in a cycle anymore. I want to end this cycle. It's the World card. That's all about completion. And right now, you're at the point where you're like, do I need to complete this with this project, this person, this job? Do I need to do that? I don't know. It's up to you. But right now, staying grounded, I think, in the present and thinking about the now and not the past and the future is important with these kind of decisions. Because right now, I think you're happy to be unstuck, I feel like. But there's still a part of you that's like, do I want to be stuck in this cycle or not? Page of Swords for your help. That's good. What about Page of Swords? Okay. I think, I think there's a big decision, a fast decision, really. Look, the Page of Swords, she usually comes in fast, and she uses her intellect, and she's learning to use her intellect, but, oh man, especially if this is a Gemini, yes, because you also got the Lovers card here, and I feel like using your intellect with this kind of decision, I keep seeing the sword cutting the tie, and I'm sorry if that's sad news, but I feel like if this is saying anything, it doesn't mean that something has to end completely, but at least take a rest. I feel like there's been a lot, Queen of Swords in reverse, a lot of mean words that have been said. Maybe that makes you stuck in that cycle. But I think you're starting to realize I unstuck myself. I don't want to be stuck anymore. But yeah, I mean, definitely this is, and I think making fast decisions right now is important. And like I said, don't have too much anxiety of the future and the past. Just stay in the now, make the decisions now. Don't think about, focus on what makes you happy now. The Sun card is about happiness. What makes you happy now? You know, that's what you focus on. That's how you make your decisions. It's when you start to think about all that other stuff that things start to, you know, overwhelm you. Okay. I feel like, ooh, you, if you're messing with a Libra too, this is a good one. But I feel like there's something about this not feeling so fair to you. I feel like this is, you have the Justice card. It's in the obstacles position. That would tell me that there was something that maybe you feel is a little unfair in the situation and you're kind of having to deal with it. And I feel like you don't even know if you're prepared in a lot of ways to deal with this. I feel like there is, it's preparation with your family. There's some sort of justice with your family that needs to be made, maybe, or you're just not really prepared to rebuild a family, or you're not really prepared to let go of this to rebuild, or let go of this to become stable, or there's a lot of issues with being prepared for that. I feel like these words that have been said to you has really kind of stuck with you in your head, and I don't think you should do that. I think that goes back to the grounding, where you should definitely meditate and focus on what is good for you and what you what will bring you to where you want to go, and focus on those decisions that make you happy. Don't focus on the past. I think you've already kind of let this go, but there's still like attachments with it. And I think probably because it has to do with your family. I think maybe a family or your stability financially could be shooken up with this. I feel like this brings a lot of imbalance in your life, and it's kind of scary. But I see you pushing through as long as you make fast decisions that make you happy. I think you need to make choices. Yeah, don't be indecisive. You know, 7 of Cups in reverse. That's about like being kind of confused. I feel like you shouldn't be confused. You kind of are, but you shouldn't be, because you can cut through this, and you could go straight forward to what you want to do. The 7 of Cups in reverse, that is making decisive action. Once again, that just clarifies what I was saying. I mean, it's not being so confused. And I think letting go of the confusion from I keep wanting to say relationship, because that's what this sounds like, but it could be really any situation that's clouded your mind on what you want. Is like, I feel like it's made you very indecisive on what you want. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Do I want to stay with this job? Do I want to go with this job? Do I want to be with this person? Do I not? Do I want to stay friends with them? Do I want to keep my family in my life? You know what I mean? A lot of confusions and questions and things like that, but I feel like you cutting out that confusion and using more of your intellect than your heart might help. Like, what makes me happy, instead of this makes me feel happy in the moment. You know what I mean? Because in those moments, yeah, it might make you feel happy, but I think you know in your brain that there's something wrong here. I mean, you had to unstuck yourself. I know that's not the right word for it, but okay, let's see here. What would be a possible outcome? Oh, yes. Good, Pisces. Oops. Yeah. Okay. These are good. This is good stuff. Honestly, if you are wanting this person or these friends or this family or this job to come back into your life and feel good, especially, like I said, if it was that Gemini I was talking about, or Libra, I do feel like there is a chance for that. It just depends on how you go. I think this is you needing to be alone to think about your decisions, because you're so clouded with all this stuff around you. Like, some of it's beautiful, some of it's horrible, some of it's a cycle, some of it's the best thing you've ever felt. You know what I mean? So I feel like taking that time and regrounding yourself, rejuvenating yourself, maybe even in in nature. It talks a lot in this card about going out in nature and regrounding yourself. I don't know if that's something you like to do, but soaking in all that energy is really good. I do see you also, I see you really, you're ending, okay, so I'm going to just point this out to you right now. So you have the Ten of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Swords. So in my head, I do math when I'm looking at tarot here. But the, I'm sorry, is that the Nine of Swords? 3, 6. Okay. 10 of Swords. So, still actually goes with what I was saying, though. I feel like the Ten of Swords is a lot about the end of your ropes. You're done here. You're not needing any more pain. You're ending it. You're done with it. The Ace of Swords is about the rebirth of something new, which is, I think, beautiful. And this could be like a new opportunity that comes from this situation. That's why I think that making those decisions right now are important, but don't think about your future, because I think this is something that just kind of naturally comes. And then you have that King of Swords, which of course I feel like represents that. But anyways, this is the Ten of Swords once again. So this is the end of your ropes. You're done. You've been through it all. You've been through the ringer. And no more for you. And then you have the Two of Swords that's making decisive actions. Even, well, it can be, but in this sense, I really do feel positive about these cards. So I feel that this is you kind of taking off that blindfold and, you know, realizing that you can make whatever actions. I don't know if I said Ace of Wands earlier. It is a rebirth anew, but I'm sorry. I think it's Ace of Swords. It just has the fire on it. But Ace of Swords, I've been reading in this like it's the Ace of Wands. So if there's something you're trying to create in your life, whether that be a baby, I do see that possibly coming as well. But anyways, 9, 8, 8 of Swords as well. So that would tell me that you no longer, you have 10 of Swords within all of this. So all these things that were a lot of mental, I feel like a lot of this is mental blockages, things that you're restricting yourself on, not letting yourself move on, making yourself think about the past, think about the future when you need to think about the now. I feel like the 10 of Swords, I don't know if I said Wands, I keep getting them both, but either way, you're letting all of that go. You're letting all of that go, so none of that stuff matters. And I see in the possible outcome, if you just make those decisions that you know you need to make that are good for you, that make you happy, and make your brain better, especially because the Swords, intellect. So if it makes your mental health better, do it. Make those decisions, because that really is a big win for you. You know, it gives you a lot of clarity. The Ace of Swords is about clarity. A lot of clarity. And honestly, I feel like this really could mean that you are on the right path. I mean, this is the Emperor card. He's about taking, well, he's more of an authority figure and stuff like that. But in this sense, in this reading intuitively, I feel like it's saying that you will be able to provide all the stuff that you need to provide and not to worry about finances. If that's an issue in this situation, don't worry about that. You are going to be able to provide whatever you need to provide. And I feel like you're going to take control of your own life. Make your own decisions. Be stuck, be unstuck if you want. But I feel like this is how it goes. And remember, stay in the now, beautiful Pisces. I hope you have a wonderful day.